Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's me, A. Proustian. So last time I totally failed this cross-examination. Could not figure it out. I got a little help from my friend Cold Run, and apparently what I need to do is make sure that I press her further on every point. Not try to present something, at least not yet. And in retrospect, I think the clue for that was Phoenix saying that the other lawyer was trying to prevent her from talking to us. And so then the response should be, the connection I think they're hoping you make is, so therefore you make her talk as much as possible. And that makes sense to me now. It obviously didn't then. No worries. I'm going to go through the cross-examination again and do that. So there might be some repeat stuff. Hopefully not a big deal. The other thing I've learned is put down a save before you cross-examine someone, because I had to play through the first part of the trial again, and I was like, oh, right, dang, alright. Alright, so, actually, wait here, I need to be pressing her on stuff. Okay, we've been through this. So I will probably cut stuff until it's things that I press further on. Because I don't remember what I pressed her on and what I didn't. Okay, let's press further. More specific about your research. Yeah, objection to sustain, all that. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. This is what I didn't press on and should have. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. Objection, the witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Okay, so let's press her on this as well. I'm on camera. I think I hate you. Yeah, trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Yeah, that was the hint, to keep talking to her. Press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scan the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. Huh? No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained? Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. Seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick? Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hold it. What? Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. You know, it's interesting. I forgot to mention I came into this wondering if Lotta Hart was, it almost seems too pat, right? That she has a camera set to take photographs based on explosion noises, pointed at the lake, is like guaranteed to get this photograph. It's not going to get photographs of shooting stars. Was she there to set up and frame Edgeworth instead of the real murderer? I don't know. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? That's wrong. Hell no. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Ms. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Come on, buddy. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Ms. Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Heck, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. I love her. I love it because she's like, I'm not an expert in the courtroom stuff, although I think she does know, she's been around enough to probably know some. But she knows, like she's a good support, you know? I don't know, I just really like it. Maya! Especially after last time when she was all, like, despair and, I'm not helpful. And it's like, of course you're helpful, you're part of the team, you know? Pah, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Hey, guess what I'm gonna do this time? That last statement. I am gonna save. Slot 4 is gonna be my cross-examination has started save slot. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Okay. Can I press there? Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Damn. That's it? Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. They did tell me. That's alright, it was worth trying to press. Is it the blurry photo? Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? Yeah, the very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Ms. Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. Oh my god. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. Use binoculars? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Huh. If I press again, will I still get in trouble? So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Oh no, poor Phoenix. So I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. I love that I didn't take actual damage from that press, but I feel like Phoenix took psychic damage there. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... Yeah, we've been through this. Is Miss Hart seeing Edgeworth? The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Ugh, stop letting her answer any of my questions. No, he's not. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? No! You don't. A telescope's the worst thing to see shooting stars with. Here's the thing about shooting stars. They're random. So they could be anywhere in the sky. So you need the widest field of view possible. So you don't even really want binoculars either. Telescope, anything that zooms in, you see less of the sky. You're gonna see... I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. It is not. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright? Do you wish to press further about the camera? I do. I'm unconvinced that this game knows as much about astronomy stuff as maybe I do, but I still, it's driving me nuts. I gotta press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure it's the key, but it might be. Very well. Ms. Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. This is a way out there. Maybe I'm thinking too conspiracy-minded, but you could envision a scenario where she's also the killer, like if she had a rifle. But no, that's not true because the bullet was a .22 and it did come from the pistol that was found in the boat. So it's not like she shot him and took the picture. Okay. I don't think that happened, but... Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Ms. Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright. I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Okay, does she have a challenged intellect? She's a research student. No, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth? Ugh. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Okay, it was a cold night. The mist was thick as grits. So, how could you see? Alright. Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Okay. Okay, yeah. So now I probably need to start presenting. I don't trust myself anymore. Alright. Just finished setting up my camera. I got back in the car. Camera was set up to take pictures. Heard that noise at the lake. I looked with my binoculars. I think she's here to take pictures of Gordy. That's what I think she's here to do. Can I... See, I think... This is a long shot, but I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try this. It's probably, they're gonna be like, there's no connection here. Yeah, no. Okay. Yep. What am I doing? It's gotta be this that's the issue. But I don't know... I've already pointed this out, right? That it's foggy. Nobody cared. I'll try again, I guess. No. Have I done the press on everything? I think I have. Yeah. Mist was thick as grits. Maybe I need to present the camera there. Yep. I set up my camera, I got back in the car. I don't know. Okay, alright. Let's load. Let's load this save and try this again. Like, it's clearly not set up to take pictures of a meteor shower, but... I just don't see... And that's it. That's all of the... Looked with my binoculars. Like, I've already done this, right? I'm still curious about the fired 3 times. I'm gonna try to present this. I don't understand why the fired 3 times doesn't seem to matter. Like, they've only talked about 2 sounds. The first sound, and then the other shot. Okay, I gotta look this up. Okay. We're back with the spoiler-free guide, since I'm stuck. I thought I did this. It says, to present her camera on this. I thought I did that, but maybe I didn't. So, I'm gonna do it this time. Maybe I did it on the earlier one. I don't know. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Hey, says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Thank you, finally. Oof. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Yeah, she's there to photograph the Gordy monster. I knew it. I knew it. What exactly was she photographing? This is how I can use the article. Okay. See, I just needed to know what evidence and what spot. Ms. Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Ms. Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? So you proved that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Ooh, I think I have proof. Don't I? I mean, wasn't the camera the proof? Didn't we already? I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time either. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? This, although why would Gordy be associated with loud noises? I don't know. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Did we know that? Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Definitely makes more sense than for frickin' meteors, which are silent. I mean, it's possible to get loud noises from them if they're really big and really nearby, but like, God, that's rare. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. Well, you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove. Listen, it was more than just several minutes of my precious time getting stuck there. Is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? Changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Ms. Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. Otherwise, it's not a game. I'm going to spot it. Okay, actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Oh, color me shocked. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Oh, jeez. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on the case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Oh, that is very optimistic, Judge. Ha! That would be a first. Yeah, Karma's got my number. Haha, very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I wonder... Yeah, I'm still down a bar. That's alright. Still gonna save. Okay, let's press her on this. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO, I see. UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. Reasonable enough. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So, how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. How many times did it trigger, though? Because again, the 3 shots fired feels like it must matter. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah, is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually, Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. So Von Karma told her not to, right? Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Yeah, exactly. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know, she heard a bang. She thought Gordy was out there. Kinda doubt she wasted any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness. Continue. Hold it, your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. So, do I need to go back and... I'm just going to press on this, and I'll go back to those. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. No. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. Huh. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. Won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. This is a tough nut to crack, let me tell you guys. Okay. I think it was near the end. Camping out by the lake. I looked right straight out at that lake. So I just watched the boat the whole time. He said this might be the place to present something. The article, maybe? Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah! Yeah! I figured it out this time. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Huh. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness. That's enough. He doesn't want us to know about the enlargement. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? Von Karma knows pie hole? I'm shocked. What was she gonna say? She took the photo, and what? Wait a second. Yeah, she even had the photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show it, because he's going to prison or worse anyways. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist? What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Love it. I love her directness here. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Ms. Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Huh. We still cannot see who is firing in this. Could be the defendant. Maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? Has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. Suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. Is she, though? What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement, maybe? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? I don't know yet. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Fuck me. Is it the gun? Is it a different gun? I'm gonna say it's a different gun. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. Oh, it's not the gun, it's the hand, sure. The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Oh, it was Miles's right hand fingerprints? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Yeah, prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty smooth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself? I mean, this was Edgeworth's thought. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. That's not really what's in the photo, though, is it? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Suicide is out of the question. What? On examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Damn. Order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. The autopsy report updated. Okay. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, good. More time. We did it. We did it. Whew. Jesus. That was a tough one with Lotta Hart. Possibly because I feel like I presented the camera on, like, so many things, and it was just, like, just not the one thing. Oh, jeez. Anyways. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? Shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Ugh. Look, I'm gonna check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Are you gonna say thank you? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. I'm gonna kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth. Exactly. Exactly. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. Thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Okay. 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. To be continued. Perfect. Okay. Oh man, we got there. Saving my progress. Oh man. Okay, then that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you the next time. Bye.